Well, technically, if they actually wanted to use those tanks, they'd have to keep the crowd at range. They know they're losing that. Holy shit! Hello guys, and welcome to my playthrough of The Change Architect. It is a playthrough about organizing a protest, I think. So let's see what's going on in here. Sorry about the quick intro. It kind of just starts right off the bat. An apartment, what about it? You are a protest coordinator. You are the crowd's eyes and ears. You monitor the news, the police, and the protesters from safety. Then you instruct individuals in nearby crowds using a secure messaging app. In the distance, several 100,000 people protest through the capital. You are just inside Westminster, where the police are enforcing a no-go zone. In the High Court of Justice at the center of it all, Baron Sugar is currently being handed a verdict. Baron Sugar? Despite crystal clear evidence of election fraud, everyone is sure his party will be found innocent. If so, King Charles will ask him to form a government. If so, you're gonna burn the effing house down. Okay. The medics are finished building the aid station outside. Nick of time! The crowd will be here any minute! Just seen those 4 officers down the way figure it out and radio it in. They know we're coming now. God damn, I'm shaking! Buzzing! It's real. Yeah man, too real. This many people, they can't ignore us. Sugar will be gone this time tomorrow. Ida turns to observe you. And then... Wait. Yeah, and then. I thought she was talking for a second. I thought I messed the names up. We got a fair election. Eddie considers you. Let's say they campaign again, much monitored this time, and the other party tries to claw back votes with a middle ground candidate. Then that candidate continues to do 80% of the stuff Sugar would have done. But by then, the movement's lost all momentum. We technically got what we wanted. Nothing changes, and sooner or later another Sugar comes along, and we are back to square one fighting it. Is that enough for you? You hear the crowd draw near. Yeah, but if we keep going like this, then we're not gonna go anywhere anyway. This is asking too much. You can't force something. Like, it has to be a fair election. Just because you think yours is better doesn't mean it is. Anyway, they're here. You clear your throat, shrugging off at his challenge. Approaching. Hi, what's up? Messages from nearby crowd outside begin to appear on the laptop screen. You type a greeting. With 5 standing by. Okay, I'm in contact. Haha, I get it. There's counter protesters. Wait. There's counter protesters just came out of building on the far side of the road. Already? What the heck? Well, it didn't say heck. Oh, wait. I see 2 cricket bats. Some have England flags. Most are plain clothes and they are all in good shape. Maybe police? I still don't know whether... I still don't know who's who. I'm guessing this is Eddie. How many? 20 or so. F! What do you think we should do? Either tell our people to let them be or run them off. There aren't many, but they might cause trouble. But they have a right as much as us to protest. Leave them alone. Gonna let them be. What's happening, Eddie? They're just milling around, jeering. Some of your people up front holding the others back so there's no retaliation. Some of the plainer ones have drifted into the ground. The crowd, not ground. You begin hearing small smashes punctuate the crowd's passive hum. Ah, they're provocateurs. What? They've started throwing bottles and bricks from inside the crowd. I'll see what I can do, goddammit. Stop anyone throwing shit. Oof, come on, why? Oof, they've done in the windows on a few cars, some apartments. We got some people in the A tent with injuries from class, I think. And here come the cavalry. We got Blade. Cavalry? Yeah, the police are turning up. In mass, it looks like. They formed a line. Shite! There's children in that crowd. Counter-protesters are bad enough. Can we de-escalate? I heard a mate says they've seen tanks. What? Unlikely. Come on, no tanks. Police are advancing, batons up. They're headed for the aid station. Oh Christ, they're gonna tear it apart? Difficult to say, but they're definitely headed for the medics. They mean business. If we charge them, it's exactly the optics they want. Of course. Your hands tremble. Is it worth the risk? Decide. This is the wrong kind of we're only doing peaceful protests, man. Why would you defend the aid station? I'm probably making all the bad decisions, but I don't want anyone to get hurt or everything to escalate. So just retreat and let them take it. God damn it. The crowd boos. Well, they did what we thought they would. Is it bad? Yeah, tearing it apart, arresting the medics and the injured. A couple made it out in time. Tiny smashes ring out. The crowd is not happy, more bottles getting thrown and stuff. I've told the crowd to let them go. Yeah, the police are backing up a bit now. Show's over. Crowd's furious though. You hear a deep metallic rumble approaching in the distance. What's that sound? Told you use large vehicle of some sort. Can't see them yet. Just tanks that brought the military in. Someone in the chat seems to think it's the military. Possibly military or just heavy police ordnance. It's bad news either way. What about the TV? What the F? The BBC just went off the air. They quickly check other channels. Nothing is broadcasting. Party, there's nothing here. Nothing at all. Even on the satellite connection? Not broadcast on any of the UK news channels. Jemima. Yeah? The tanks are outside. And those counter-protesters from earlier who disappeared into the crowd, they just came forward and crossed the police line. They just let them through? Yes. This is insane, Eddie. This area's no good. I'll reroute the crowd back the other way. Eddie turns his head and looks back down the road. If we're kettled. What? While we were watching the tanks roll up, they drove a line through the march back, way back there. Everyone on the road is plugged in. Shite, I'm sorry, Jim. It took my eye off the ball. So we surrounded no alleys to escape through? It takes a moment. Not that I can see, not without smashing up the shop fronts and trying to find a way through the buildings. And we don't have a ground floor access on this side of the building. They can't get through here. Could march on, call the military's bluff, or charge backwards, hopefully break through the police and get away.
Shit, they can't just sit there like ducks. We have to move now.
Forward or back? See, the thing is, it's a tank. If it's a tank, right? Then that means that they can't see it very well. Why'd they bring a tank? It doesn't make any sense. March ahead to the tanks.
Please stay calm. Give them no reason to act up again.
You give your collaborators a moment to spread the message in the crowd and get things moving again. The crowd peacefully advances. Oh wait, that's him. Jemima, I'm not sure about this. I can see tank commanders talking. They look nervous.
We keep things calm. They should.
Well, technically, if they actually wanted to use those tanks, they'd have to keep the crowd at range. They know they're losing that. Holy shit! The explosion rings in on your ears. You slowly pick yourself up off the ground, surrounded by shards of glass.
Hardy!
Yeah, here. Hardy stirs, covered in cuts, shocked. They shot.
They shot the tank.
They fired. If they fire, then they mean business. I'm gonna have to get behind the desk. You take cover behind the desk.
Hardy, can you get over here?
Hardy is shaking violently. He gradually stands, looks out at the obscure, dust-thick road, then stumbles on his feet to his feet. I'm okay.
Get away from the window.
I'm fine.
What the F do we do now?
Hardy splutters at the dust from outside. We could try to tell people to get into the buildings.
If that won't be fast. Yeah, I'm going to fire those things near their own, right? So what if we charge the tanks, or at least charge the police in front of the tanks? Render them useless.
I suppose, but there's a lot of people out there. They could just fire past the front line.
Shit!
We should be out there. I mean... At this point, we're gonna have to break into the buildings.
I can't ask them to face down tanks. F that!
They fired first. Does it say like that?
It's done!
You hear the sound of glass smashing, metal clanks against shutters. Hardy nods, deep in thought. He pulls out his phone.
Hardy, are you okay?
Hardy thinks for a second, then is stirred by tank fire. Mobile internet is down.
What?
You check your phone, it's completely disconnected, no signal. Are you getting messages on the laptop?
I have the satellite connection, so the laptop's still connected.
Pause for a moment, wait for the response. Another tank round bursts outside.
You're right, they're cut off.
The tank engines scream now directly below. Then we no use anymore.
What's going on?
There's still a lot of people in the street. Breaking through the building isn't going great. The police line's passing directly outside just below us.
It's my fault.
Hold on, there's no bodies.
Nobody's been hit.
Some people have been, and without the aid station, they are bloody for sure. But I can't see anyone dead. Gunshots and tank fire?
Thanks.
Maybe. There's holes in the tarmac though. I think they fired the tanks at empty road on purpose. There's barely any blood. Has it all been for show?
Maybe so far. Hadi, it's over. Let's go home. There's nothing we can do now.
I return to you, shuddering with adrenaline. I'm going to climb down behind them.
Isn't worth getting killed. Let's go home, strategize, organize some other action to take.
Look outside, there's no better time than now. Right now, they're bluffing and they've gone way too far. We won't get another chance to turn people against them like this again. We can really nail them. We can't back off now. We just have to expose them. You ask yourself what Adi could mean, and instantly you'll figure it out.
A satellite and internet connection.
Yes. The tanks cannon shots continue.
Want to film yourself standing up to them?
I want you to film me standing up to them. You know the
satellite link only works on the laptop, right? You have to use the laptop webcam.
You consider for a moment.
Explain it to me.
They're not going to murder us, especially not you, while they're being broadcast. We'll start live streaming. I'll explain what just happened. Then we climb down and challenge the line from behind. Still rolling. You will see them firing on the crowd. You will see how they respond to us, whether with violence or intimidation. People will feel like they're in it right here. His adrenaline wanes. I'm pretty sure they won't kill us. And unlike you, I don't get to walk away ever. No matter what I do, fighting shitheads like this will always be part of my life. Oh my goodness, really. Sugar's people won't be happier until me and everyone like me are all in ground. And I can't walk away because we put those people down there. This could be huge, Jem, but we gotta do it now. He waits for a second. What do you say? I'm down there
with you. All the way. I'd never stop you anyway.
Adi smiles and embraces you. Okay, let's do this. You pull up social media on the laptop, tag the movement's main account, and start streaming the webcam. You pick up the laptop and awkwardly point it at Adi, who removes the bit of tape over the camera.
Good catch.
Clears his throat and begins. I am in Westminster. The military have just fired tank rounds into the crowds of peaceful protesters. They began by infiltrating the crowd with officers who started rioting to justify force against us. In response, police needlessly charged and destroyed the first aid tent, piling up the crowd, increasing the perceived threat from us. They blocked off the crowd's exit and rolled in tanks ahead of us. When we responded with marching peacefully onwards, they got nervous, cut off the TV networks and mobile signal, then opened fire with the tanks. The crowds tried to save themselves by escaping through the boarded up shop fronts, but it was slow going and the tanks continued to fire. See for yourselves. We moved to the window and panned the camera across the carnage. Adi then climbs out onto the window ledge. Nimbly he shuffles down the old metal drain pipe, then drops himself to the street level. You drop the laptop down to him as gently as possible, then follow. You approach the line from behind. He opens his arms wide to show the enemy he's no threat. They notice you and several turn their weapons to Adi, clearly terrified. You fire tanks at a peaceful march. This country will never forgive what you did here today. Back down, the world is watching. A tank turret begins to spin towards him, lines up. From your position just behind him, the barrel is pointed right at the camera. They pause for a moment. You move in front of Adi now, recording the masked faces of the authorities. You can see comments popping up on screen. They yell at you to put the laptop down. A few officers lay down their weapons and soldiers remove their shroud helmet to vomit. You point the camera back at Adi, as on his face, terrified yet deviant. An officer grabs you from behind and you are arrested. Adi's defiance goes worldwide. There are riots in over 70 countries, decrying the treatment of migrants and failure of democracy in the UK. The footage forces the viewer to stare down those obsidian dark barrels themselves. They feel an idea of what it was like to be there. It's a call to see action. The UK erupts. King Charles, the House of Lords, and the government of potions step in to rewrite the UK constitution. Aaron Sugar loses the next election by a nail-biting small margin. That movement is galvanized. Would you like to save your decisions from the Change Architect? This will affect the story in other games in the Sacrifice series and replace any previous save file. Save games, sure. I don't mind. A short by... Okay, alright. You know, that's pretty cool. Now, I would like an option screen, though. Let me just quit. Now you're gonna get a black screen, but don't worry about it. It is still up. The recording's still up. Okay, so my thoughts on this game. I don't even know if you could hear me, but the music was way too loud. Way too loud. The game itself was interesting. Like, I thought I made the wrong decisions by doing it extremely peacefully, but I kept trying to do it peacefully because, you know, never do a protest through violence. You never get anywhere like that. Always do peace, alright? It's stupid to do violent protests. I'm saying it, it's stupid. If you do that, you're stupid. And I get that they dislike that the person was the leader and everything. And it's something about democracy. But you also have to have a valid reason for ever doing a protest. You can't just do one just because you dislike McDonald's new burger or something. Oh, we want more mac and cheese and ham in one or something. No, that, like, you can do that. I think you can do that, but it would be stupid and no one would support it. I actually don't know if you can. I haven't really researched it myself. But I would say always ask yourself, is this a valid reason? And then go for the protest and everything. And I like this little game because it shows you that you have so many options to go bad. Like, you can fight back, but in reality that's the worst that can happen. They turned all off media broadcast. See if you can somehow find a camera or something, because that means they're about to do something they know will hurt them. I don't know if this is a big topic in America still, or if they still have like what was it called again? Give me a second. To still have protests. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't remember that word. But it's definitely a cool game, and I liked it. And I'm happy that you can also save and try to see where to go from there. But I think you should play it too. I think it has different endings, considering you can save in the end. So I don't know if I got the good one or the bad one, or if there is one where everything goes bad. I think it went well. It seemed like he lost and everything went well in the UK, because apparently this was taking place in the UK. So that's that. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to play the game, you can actually play it yourself. It's on Steam right now. It's free. It's a short little game. Maybe you'll enjoy making different decisions and kind of just massacring everyone. Who knows? But it's definitely an interesting little game. And I liked it. Only thing I didn't like was the audio way too loud. Way too loud. The naming was also a little confusing. Like, I'm all for multicultural, okay? But in my country, Aldi and Tiamene, I don't remember the name, but both of them are little... They're uncommon here, so I don't really know those names. So I don't know whether they're male or female voice. So like... I'm sorry if that offended anyone when I was confused about those two names. But in my country, I've never met anyone that even named one of those two, in my defense. It's just sad to say that. So sorry if I offended you. Yeah, otherwise I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you another playthrough of mine. I do a lot of playthroughs, so maybe you'll be interested to check some of them out. Yeah. Otherwise, I hope you will like or subscribe if you are interested, and as always, stay awesome, and hope to see you in another one of my playthroughs.